All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking real music in real time for a few real people out there just like you and just like me. So, yesterday I covered this guy who was writing about Foreigner getting into the Hall of Fame and how he thought they shouldn't be in because they had sold their soul to the ballad devil or something, to the soft rock devil. Um, and that is such an arbitrary thing because later on in the article, he talks about Jimmy Buffett, right? Jimmy Buffett is getting a musical excellence award. And one of my patrons pointed out to me, has the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame even acknowledged Jimmy Buffett prior to this? I mean, could Jimmy have enjoyed some of this while he was still alive? So anyway, let me just read this 2-minute article here. So Jimmy Buffett is set to receive a special award for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2024. The Hall of Fame is honoring the late pop, rock, and sometimes country singer with the Musical Excellence Award. Buffett died on September 1st, 2023 at the age of 76. His cause of death, this is interesting. They're throwing it right out there because they don't want any speculation on this. His cause of death was skin cancer that turned to melanoma. So shut up, you. Don't worry about how many times he went to CVS, which, by the way, it doesn't just cause one problem. It can cause multiple problems. And Jimmy, I guess, publicly said to his audience one time, don't worry. We've all done the thing. We've all gotten the thing. We've done the thing. So don't worry. That's what he said to his audience, right? To reassure them that life would go on and it would be great. I don't know how many years ago that was, but it was probably only a couple of years ago. So Jimmy Buffett will receive the special Rock Hall recognition. This is called, again, the Musical Excellence Award. They did this with Judas Priest, right? When Judas Priest was supposed to get like the full performance award. See, there are different awards now. They had to make another category for the stuff that maybe the fans want in, or maybe they want to put in that the fans don't want to put in. It could be either, or I don't know, could be one or the other. So Buffett will receive this award alongside my favorite band, MC5. I'm kidding, that's sarcasm. Dionne Warwick, who was nominated last year and didn't get in last year. You know what's weird about Dionne Warwick? So does she belong in the Hall of Fame? I don't know. I don't know if she belongs in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But Mary J. Blige just got in, right? So Dionne Warwick, way up here, right? She's going back to the 60s. Is she a rock singer? No. Is Mary J. Blige a rock singer? No. Also, Norman Whitfield is getting this award along with Alexis Corner, John Mayall, who, again, why not put John Mayall in the first category? Big Mama Thornton is going in, and then Susan DePassy will receive the Ahmet Ertegun Award. All right, so there are 3 awards, I guess. There are 3 categories. It's a little bit confusing, right? So Jimmy Buffett, who passed away last September, finally got noticed by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And the guy who's arguing that Foreigner shouldn't go into the Rock Hall because they sold their souls out recording ballads in the 1980s may have missed the memo that Jimmy Buffett was fairly famous for singing a lot of ballads. See, this is why this is also arbitrary to me. Didn't he have like a collection called like Boats, Ballads, and something else, and Margaritas? I don't know. I mean, it was a box set. And so, Jimmy's most famous song is Margaritaville, but I would say probably his second most famous tune is a song called Come Monday, which is a ballad. It's a great ballad. And in the song, he says, in the lyrics of the song, he says, I got my hush puppies on. I guess I never was meant for glitter rock and roll. He says that in the song. So these people who say, "Oh, Foreigner, they can't get in because of these ballads," or whoever else from the why, you know what? You know what I've noticed, that there are a group of people who despise 80s rock ballads, despise them. And they made so much money, and they're still being played on the radio today. And by the way, Jimmy Buffett's second most popular song, Come Monday, is still on some quality radio stations. Um, and nobody's going to bust on, well, he's just one guy playing a guitar, Dave. He's not like this big rock. He had the Coral Reefer Band. All right. They could rock out, or they could play ballads. They could play the country stuff. And they mentioned too the country stuff here. And the guy was also upset about Dolly Parton. So he and I agreed on that, because Dolly Parton has no business being in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You can make a much better argument for Jimmy Buffett, right? But these people who try to throw things into categories and then stick to their guns, like, this band sold their soul. Really? Did you listen to the rest of their album? Or are we just talking about radio songs, right? And hence, this is why a guy like Mick Jones is smart. Well, I want to make some money. I'm going to compose a ballad. Apparently, he does it in his basement, according to the reviewer. Anybody could do this in their basement. Really? So songwriting is just so easy. You could do it in your basement. Mick Jones, the guy, again, who helped out with 5150, one of the great Van Halen albums, and a bridge from Roth to Hagar, where people didn't pull their hair out and say, this is ridiculous. No, they dumped Ted Templeman and they got Mick Jones. That was risky, and it paid off. And Stormfront by Billy Joel, no big deal. It's just Mick Jones. He's composing ballads in his basement. It's just some of the dumbest writing ever. And again, do I think Jimmy Buffett should get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Yeah, I do. In fact, I think he should be in via the performance category. I don't think he should just get this, hey, he just died, let's give him an award. That's, to me. And what else influenced this is that Paul McCartney's been talking about Jimmy Buffett. He just performed a couple of weeks ago, I think, at a benefit concert honoring Jimmy Buffett. It was weird. I never saw the connection between Paul McCartney and Jimmy Buffett until the very end, where Paul was talking about how much he loved Jimmy and he loves his music, and he should have been nominated into the regular Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And this is why you'll never probably see Dan Fogelberg or Jim Croce, because if you can't get Jimmy Buffett in as a performance artist and not as like this secondary award, then again, the institution itself has little hope. All right. And the other thing with Buffett is he had to die in order for this to happen, because while he was alive, there was never any talk about putting him in, giving him an award or giving him a full-throated, real induction, which again, they didn't do. They didn't do. But I'm glad people are recognizing him as a really great artist, because if you go back and listen, you could say his music is kind of, it's campy and it's not serious. I've heard this a lot from certain people. Well, he never wrote anything that was very serious, and so thus he can't go in the Hall of Fame. And again, this goes down to say, like, why the Monkees can't be in the Hall of Fame. Well, they were a fake band too, Dave. They didn't write anything serious. No, actually, they did. They did. After they kind of broke away from all of the writers and producers and stuff, they kind of did make some serious music. But, they'll never be. I had one patron say to me, why aren't they in? They deserve to. And yes, they do. And there's only one left. It's Mickey Dolenz. And I don't think that's ever going to happen. But maybe they can give them some kind of a, what do they call this again? I keep forgetting. Musical Excellence Award. This is like a participation trophy. Here you go. You participated. You did musical excellence. Here's your award. Here you go, Judas Priest. None of this makes sense to me. All right. And I'm not alone. I've read some things, I've watched some things. This entire institution needs reform. And then you've got guys out there complaining that foreigner get in. Oh, the only problem with this year's group of great nominees, not a Tribe Called Quest. Nope. Foreigner. They don't deserve to get in. Okie dokie. Whatever you say. Sometimes people just write stuff to stir the pot, and it's it's just depressing. It's just depressing. Just congratulate them. Say, good job, guys. People love your music. That's fantastic. Same thing with Jimmy Buffett. Congratulations, Jimmy Buffett. It's too bad that you had to die in order to be noticed. Stupid. And it doesn't always work, by the way. There are people that have died, right, that still don't get any recognition. I was talking about Joe Cocker being one of them and Robert Palmer being another one. Both of those guys. Why aren't they in the Rock Hall? I mean, whatever, folks. I don't have an answer for this, and I get a little frustrated, and things can't be so arbitrary that it's just hard to figure out. You can make an argument. Maybe their catalog just isn't good enough, or Joe Cocker didn't write his own songs, and Robert Palmer wasn't all that original, but yet he was. He's kind of like a poor man's version of David Bowie at times, and had a great singing voice and a great onstage persona, and had some great songs. Not just one album. I know people are going to boil it down to Addicted to Love, but there's a lot of music out there you should check out by the late, great Robert Palmer. All right, people, I'm done ranting. I'll get off the lawn now, and the kids, they can feel safe in the neighborhood again. God bless everyone. Pray for peace. Talk to you soon.